Hello and welcome to Randoms. This is Mr. Anonymous here, and it's been close to a month without uploading. Emily, greet our people and let us roll.
Hi guys, welcome back to Randoms. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. We appreciate your support and your subscription and everything else. Thank you so much, and don't forget to like the video as well. Mr. Anonymous, how are you doing?
I'm good.
We came back, but we come back with a topic. I mean, this is just gonna have a podcast type of vibe, but there is something going on the social media streets. There's a spirit that is going on. There is a way that people build cult followings, and there's a technique that I don't think that our South African brothers and sisters are yet aware of, and the psychology that has gone into building such a cult following.
Yeah.
People play on emotions.
Mm-hmm.
People use trigger words
to
get you to side with them, even if they are wrong.
Yeah.
People with a high following like to manipulate the minds of people that are following them.
Yes.
And something very interesting, I'm just going to give an example of Murad Merali. For those who don't know who he is a YouTuber from the UK who was recently exposed for doing weird bedroom activities with his feet. Okay, he did weird things. And when he came back, he did an apology video, but it wasn't an apology video.
Yeah.
In that video, he was using trigger words to justify and not take accountability for the mess that he was exposed with.
Yeah.
He was exposed for even using names against people of color that we cannot mention, of course, on this platform.
Yeah.
He was using weird things, but instead of apologizing, especially to a majority of people of color, he decided to use trigger words that he know will activate something within a person who's thinking of making him take accountability to not make him take accountability.
Yeah.
So he told of his story of how he was someone forced himself on them while they were young.
Okay.
And he played on that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that a lot of people might have possibly went through the same thing, they're supposed to blindly agree with him and not hold him accountable. So I found this very interesting because you can actually see what is going on. I'm aligning this with what is happening even with people that are currently busy building cult followings.
Yeah. Okay. This comes back now to our country.
Yes.
Where we see people creating historical
Movements.
stories.
Yes.
Someone would basically go and provoke themselves, and then they come back and say, this is happening about me. This is what has been said about me. I don't know what is happening. I see many people playing around marriages. People feel like, because people like people who are married. That's what I've realized in South Africa. And they love the drama of people who are married.
Yes.
So people have realized that now. They are using that against the same people. So they are acting it for you so that you can feel the drama, because we South Africans are interested in seeing drama happening, unfolding, and we get excited if people, So if you don't believe that, you must go check most channels that speak about breakup and all that. Many people are there. You never have a channel where sober things are said and someone is following. It's hard.
It's very hard.
For you.
You have to sensationalize your content. You have to make it dramatic.
Yes.
The drama, the more dramatic, the better. If I say I like use a sensational like
Yeah. And
title.
look, they are not going to say that we are scamming you now. They will just create a drama. Like, for instance,
Yes.
let's say we want a drama here, Emily.
Yes.
It's me and you
Yes.
who's recording here.
Yes.
So if I want to create drama, I would actually pretend as if I'm fighting with you. And then I would go open my channel alone. You open your own channel. And then
bash
there's a fight. And people, because
And
they
we bash
love,
each other.
yeah, people, because they love that, they would follow that. That is how a cult is created. If you find yourself having to defend someone who cannot prove to you beyond that, okay, this is what happened, here is a proof, and you see that the proof is really matching. Someone comes with the half of a story, which could be manufactured, created,
And that's
and then
what
you
they
follow
do.
it. Yes, you follow it.
That's what they do. They will tell you some truths, mix it with lies, and then make it as exaggerating as possible.
Yes.
And hoy in trigger words.
Yes.
And then they've got you.
Yeah. So if someone talks about family, you are obviously gonna, more so ladies, you are going to make sure that you catch the feelings. Someone talks about what they've been done, what has been done to them.
Traumatic experience.
More so if it's ladies, you are going to follow that. And I haven't, and I have to give it to South African male figures. I have not seen this a lot in South Africa for male. I've not seen this drama and all that. Well, there's a couple of people maybe who might be involved in drama, but it's not that exaggerated drama. But honestly speaking, I can't even point one YouTuber who's a male figure who really has used this thing to leverage. I know many YouTubers, they just doing their jobs. If they're talking about nyangas, they're focusing on talking about nyangas, and that's it. That's where they make their money.
That's their niche.
If someone talks about sport, they focus on making sport. They're not going to come to you and cry
And
in
tell you a
front of
sad
you
story.
and tell you a sad story in a camera so that you
And cry.
feel indebted to this person. So we are seeing that a lot. It's growing, but the problem is that it catches your feelings as it does that you catch that spirit.
Yes.
Because now you end up going and fighting other people for nothing.
Yes.
But that being said, it can also happen that the other person that you are fighting realizes that, okay, this thing is actually a chance. Let me create other fake accounts, pretend as if they are fighting me so that I can create content. That is basically laziness, because if you don't have content, then don't record. But if you record and go blackmail people to actually follow you, creating the whole bogus thing,
Hey.
it's sad. It's making this platform that we are creating as people in YouTube to deteriorate, to fail and perish, because people are not going to take us serious if that is the case. Start building quality content. Don't build your content around drama. I see many people overseas, big YouTubers like Tasha K. They don't entertain drama.
Well, she does a bit if it's gonna profit her.
If it's going to yes,
drive traffic
Yes.
to her channel.
but
But as for going and attacking families, I think that's where I draw the line. When you start including your family that is not on the channel, just so we feel sorry for you or whatever, the story, the narrative you're bringing that day,
yeah,
that's where I draw the line. And I'm like, these people are not on YouTube.
yeah. Other
it's
people, Emily, they are very, very crazy. To say the least, they are very, very, very crazy. That's the people show their colors. Once you take a camera and sit down and shoot, and you start manufacturing things, we are not like the cult members. We are going to sit down and watch your video. We are going to read your body language. We are going to read what you do next, because you can't be that if someone provokes you to that extent or someone threatens you to that extent, you still continue to produce videos after that as if it's a normal day.
It's not. You
It
should
can
be
be,
traumatized.
because if you have a family, I have a family. I know that if someone was to tell me stuff about my family, I think I would stay away for a week, not because I'm afraid of that person, because I'm thinking of what is the next move.
Processing
You
it.
you can take a
and-
picture of my daughter at school and send it to me, and then I come to YouTube and say,
and do a video. That's not
no,
normal.
that is not normal.
That's not normal.
That is not normal. That person is a psycho, and it needs to be called like that.
And then there's also a very important point that I also want to address before we close the video.
Yeah.
Hurt people.
Yeah, they do. Someone will advise you from they were married before. And even if you go to the Bible in any case and read it, it does say that people learn by doing. They learn by experiencing. So someone will come as if he's advising you and say, no, I don't think this should happen. As a lady, I stand like this because of 1, 2, 3. I'm saying this so that you guys don't have to go through this. No, that person is denying you your own experience, and they are making their problems your problems. And you are going to now live your life in a different way, which could actually hurt you. Because if someone moves you away from the plans that you had of getting married and having a healthy family, and now it tells you, no, now you're going to end up giving yourself to man, for example, and say, it's okay, let no strings attached. Let us have it. And then eventually you realize later that actually I was supposed to get married and have a solid family. And because you are feeling lonely, we see people who have went different direction of saying, I'm independent, I want to do my own things, I'm going to get my money no matter how I get it. We've seen them coming back and saying, no guys, this is not right. We understand that,
It's exhausting.
We understand that. How long are you going to maintain your beauty, for example? How long are you going to be young if you're a guy, for example, and thinking that I'm still going to play around? You, as much as you are young, you need to build your life accordingly and prepare it and position it according to the way you want to do, or you are envisioning when you grow. So if you miss that part and you listen to hurt people advising you, they will hurt you.
I'm going to give example with women because I'm a woman, right? And what I'm noticing is that hurt people indeed really do hurt other people. And their targets are young women.
Yes.
Young ladies.
Yes.
Who have nothing to do with the hurt that they refuse to deal with.
They will invite you to pubs.
Yeah, and then they will flash money on their social media, knowing very well that young girls who are impressionable, maybe students in university, need money. And then they are luring you with that money. They are posting it on their social media. They're making it glamorous. It's all a glamorous thing. They are not telling you something. They are not telling you that, you know what, something happened to me. Or actually, I'm recruiting for a certain group of men.
Yeah, because I cannot now live the way I used to live.
Yes.
I cannot be the one who's going to be the meal for the day.
Yes.
Now, let me bring fresher people.
Yes.
So this is where hurt people will hurt you, because that person, when she was doing that, maybe she didn't see it, but now she's hurting. When she sees you as a fresh, beautiful woman who's got nothing, worrying about nothing, no man, she's going to bring money to you and say, look at how much money I'm making. If you can just allow 1, 2, 3, then you
only
start,
have to do one thing.
Yeah, and then you start tainting yourself.
You get 20K.
You start tainting yourself. You lose the things that you didn't plan to lose at that particular time. You lose yourself. You start now. Once you start losing yourself because of certain things, you start acting
different,
carelessly.
Carelessly.
You know, if someone takes you to a club and then something happens to you, from there, you probably hide it because you are blaming yourself. And then you come back now, you start acting careless and you start having heartless conversations. If you get a platform, you start pouring a lot of garbage.
Hate.
You know, hurt people will hurt you.
Okay, guys, let us know what you think about this conversation. Let us know in the comments down below. Can you resonate with what message we are trying to convey? Because this message is very difficult and it's for you, especially you young girls who are impressionable. I want you to tell me what you think about this conversation. And or are you waiting to experiment yourself how it's going to go? From us, randoms, it's goodbye.
It's a bye.